screen for you. And we have Endpoint on CT and London Esports on T side. Game will restart in 5 seconds and we should be good to go. Interested to see now how London Esports do. They took 13 rounds on the bounce on T side actually in the last game they played on this. In the last game before this one actually, basically. Managed to take quite a number of rounds on the bounce. A will be the strat though, and they will look to push on to long A in force. Smoke and that flash getting ready to go out to assist there. Flashbang will do some serious fighting on London Esports. Cryptics managed to land some hits. Russ getting taken down by JS. So the next picking up Pulse and leaving Jango, Cryptics and Robin the task of retaking this side. JS will make short work of Cryptics, Jango and Robin, getting 3 headshots back to back there with the Glock. Good opening round there for London Esports. They are going to choose to buy up very quickly, potentially get the show on the road essentially, and try and get some of these rounds early on. Long A again is the push move from London Esports as ZNX comes out spraying, taking Janko, Pulse and Russ. He is helped by Emai with his own kill, but JS securing a knife kill onto Robin. Just add insult to injury after having such a huge spray down coming in from ZNX. Esports leading 2-0 at the moment, going into round 3. Again, we've seen them being capable of taking a number of rounds while on T side on Dust 2. Endpoint now have a buy round, so you see a little bit of a change up here. That grenade will do a lot of damage to JS and Leaf. The second guess themselves. Cryptics gets the first, isn't able to connect onto the second, but does a ton of damage to Emai in the process. Short players are coming up. JS will commit after the flashbang from Leafy. Leaf will pick up Robin. Clean headshot there with Mike 10. Janko and Pulse are going to look to try and retake a 2v3. I will look to secure short with a grenade. In fact, and JS picks his moment perfectly to swing around and take the head off the opposing player. Janko will look to keep this M4, put him back as far as he can away from ZNX and Emai. Save it and fight another day, being the attitude. That will put London Esports 3 rounds to nothing against Endpoint as we step into round 4. Feels like a different London Esports already. I mean, I know we're only 4 rounds in, so you know it's not over yet, but definitely feels like a more confident London Esports coming into this game. Will look to push B. JS will not be happy with that flashbang not going through correctly. Ongoing B is going to be met with some sort of opponents, at least anyway. Russ does get picked up in the end by ZNX, leaving Robin and Pulse to try and hold off what they can. Janko does have an M4 left over from the previous round. We'll look to move on to short. Potential to assist Robin as he peeks out onto mid. Bomb now still standing back at T. Robin gets the drop onto ZNX. We'll want to secure that AK if possible. He's going to allow it to happen. Pulling back with the bomb. Looking to potentially now go over towards A. He's going to come through long. Soulcast is going to catch Pulse off guard. He also catches Cryptic as well. Jenko is there, but he's been attacked from multiple angles, and he might seals the deal on round 4. Into round 5 we go. Certainly a different London Esports team coming out in this map in comparison to the last. Money being spent by both teams. It's a utility to use to try and push on to the site. Robin, unaware that there's 2 past him, gets the first, gets the second. He doesn't actually get the second. Cryptix comes in a lens of hand with that one. Russ picks up Leaf. Emai will finish Cryptix off in the end. It leaves him in a 1v2 with Pulse and Russ looking to rotate as quick as they can over towards A. Hasn't been planted as of yet. Emai is standing by to move towards site. He's got a minute and a bit left, so in any rush as of yet to make that maneuver. Now is on site, look to plant. Russ can finally call his teammate over to assist. Russ will look to use that warp on long. Pulse makes a bit of noise. He also actually secures the kill in the end anyway, with 3 HP left to his name. Doesn't have a defuse kit, but we'll still be able to get this bomb defused within time. There's an AK there. Pulse choosing to stick with the AUG. Endpoint winning their first round on map 2. 6 rounds deep now, 4-1 to London Esports. Smoke will go after Molly, but it's looking like a B push at the moment. You can see Leaf is standing by ready to move into sight, but JS is looking to clear the tunnel first, now pulling back up to him. Also ZNX to assist as well. On site we can see Russ has the AWP, he's playing very, very close with it. But Jenko is there to back him up should he require any assistance. You can definitely hear Russ. Russ is so close up. He managed to secure the kill onto JS, but Leaf is there and able to pick him up immediately afterwards. Leaf also then getting Jenko in the process. And Soulcast picking up Robin. Cryptix and Pulse left now in a 2v4. We're actually going to look to save where they can. An M4 and AUG between them. Health pool is in their favour, but numbers are not, unfortunately, so we'll look to try and save, potentially get exits if they can. Actually might be able to pull one off here if ZNX makes the wrong move. He doesn't, he actually backs off in the end. But his teammates are not too far behind and they'll look to go hunting potentially. So we see Soulcast running around. Man is eager to get as many as he possibly can. Pause in effect at this moment in time, so we're into round 7. London Esports leading the way 5-1 against Endpoint. Once again, if you are new joining us here today, we are in gaming festival called Insomnia Gaming Festival in the UK, hence why there's quite a lot of noise in the background, because there are other events going on. And we are in a massive hall, essentially the size of like an aircraft hangar with 3,000 other people, so it will get a little bit noisy at times. Molotov is going to connect with Leafy. Cryptic's able to swing out and finish off Leafy. We're still burning in the fires there. Definitely slow down the push on to long A. Most of the Endpoint are actually going to give him long A in the end. Robin is making his way back out to give it a little bit of a peek. There's an AWP aimed right in his direction. A false move could set in motion a push on to A side. Bomb is still back in T-spawn. Robin needs to be super careful here not to overextend. Doesn't need to push himself all the way out to check long entirely, he can just hold an off angle. Bomb is actually now heading towards B, so Imai will likely be the player to come back through the rotating CTs. Janko and Cryptics standing by also to come in and support Russ and Pulse, who are holding B side. Russ will have the opening shot onto Soulcast. He will pop an incendiary as well. That flashbang does come out, but Pulse is able to turn around in time and secure a easy kill onto JS. Robin takes down Imai, and Janko is there to pick up the kill on ZNX. 5-2 now going into round 8. Is going to make its way towards B, but as we can see from Endpoint, they are looking to make a bit more of an effort on long A. It's not going to help, unfortunately, because short has already been taken by Leaf and also by Imai. That grenade will do a slight amount of damage, but nothing really spectacular. As Leaf drops down, Russ is able to swing on, take him out of the fight immediately. Soulcast will pick up Robin. Huge amount of damage there going from Russ onto ZNX. Janko is hit quite severely and needs to pull back. He'll get the first, doesn't wait for the second, looks away, and unfortunately ZNX does connect a nice headshot there for the kill. Cryptics and Pulse left again to try and pull together this round. Final 5, Endpoint 2 as we're in round 8. Bomb has been planted, so the clock is ticking. Endpoint, by the looks of things, opting to save rather than lose weapons in this round. He's successful in doing that. 6-2 into round 9, and esports completely changed the way they played so far, but as we did say at the very start of this map, they are able to pick up quite a lot of rounds in quick succession on Dust 2, as we've seen this evening. In fact, taking 13 rounds on the bounce in the match before this. Molotov will go deep. There's a little bit of damage to Imai, but he's able to back off in time. Only now wait to see if Cryptics wants to go for the cross, which he doesn't. I'm still heading towards A, long A. That flashbang may work out for Cryptics, and it does indeed, but he is going to get banged up on quite quickly. Robin connecting to Soulcast through smoke. That's now looking to get into position so he can cover the higher points. Janko is able to pick up JS. Right now the bomb is still making its way towards A site. Russ with his AWP ready. Doesn't take a shot at the first. Will call out to his teammate that there's a man past. Still waiting on another 2. The smoke will go from Russ. Robin does pick up 1. An ambitious shot there by Russ to try and get a jump in, no scope, but able to connect with anything. But his teammate's not too far behind and is able to pick up the kill. 6-3 now as we go into round 10. With London Esports looking to do an eco round. They do have an AK in the hands of ZNX. Able to help out a little bit here. Especially with the entry frags if he's going to go up front as they push on to B site. As we can see, Soulcast is there to lead the charge. In fact, without the AK, will try to land some shots, but Leaf is there to pick up Jenko. Russ gets an insane wall bang through the door onto Soulcast. The Molotov will stop the bomb from going down, but in the end will be planted behind Talkbox. Might take a little bit more fire damage than I think he was expecting to there. It's on for the remaining Endpoint players to retake this site if they can. Do have a little bit of utility to try and use. Pulse will pick up the first. He's conscious that there may be a man hiding in the corner, and there is indeed in the form of ZNX, but he gets picked up in the end by Russ. Russ with the defuse kit is going to go ahead and be able to defuse that bomb with plenty of time to spare. Taking this into round 11, 6-4 in favour of London Esports at the moment. There is a pause in play, so while that pause is in effect, we will go ahead and check the scoreboards out. Not a bad start in the grand scheme of things for Endpoint, taking 4 on CT, does 2. London Esports are looking to push as much as they possibly can, but it's not as if Endpoint are just dropping rounds continuously. They have the first few rounds, of course, the 4 opening rounds of this game where rounds were dropped, not through silly mistakes, but just by over pushing.
I don't order something cider for myself.
Pause is off, so we're going to look to continue. Into round 11. And again, London Esports still leading the way 6-4. Oh, Leaf picks up Russ early on. Robin is there to try and get the trade, but isn't successful in doing so. Django will peek out from double doors, gets the first. Can he get the third? Gets first, second and third one after another, but he's picked up in the end by Imai. So next also clearing Pulse out here, leaves Cryptics and Robin in a 2v2. Will now look to back off after boosting Robin up into position. Did see him at first, but don't think he realised straight away. But does actually get the game? Does actually get the kill in the end, even if I get words out here. Cryptic's also being picked up by Imai right at the very end. 7-4 into round 12 in favour of London Esports as we come up towards the end of the first half. 3 rounds remaining and all up for grabs. Endpoint will look to push an eco rush down long A. They do secure one. ZNX manages to pick one of their own. Soulcast will pick up Jenko on his way through to A site. Bomb for him to plant. Robin has an AK now, so we'll pick up JS. Leaf, Soulcast and Imai are aware. Obviously they don't need to extend too much. They can hold that angle if they need to. Molly will land in a good position, but needs to be remollied now. Soulcast does take down Pulse. Robin will pick up Soulcast, but the defuse is coming in, and Robin's able to hold off Emai. Can he hold off the last? He does. What an incredible round there for Robin, picking up a 4k. Again, they hope to keep it through for the next round and helping the defuse there. Into round 13, 7-5 in favour still of London Esports. Mixed bag here coming in from London Esports. P250, a Deagle, a Glock, an AK and a Scout. Endpoint 2 still have cash for days, so they will look to replenish supplies used in the previous round. Is making its way up short, uncontested. Jenko is not too far away, and they look to reflash or smoke after that flashbang. Smoke does go out. Pulse is there to pick up the slack and takes JS. Soulcast picks up Robin. Jenko is going to go huge here and manages to secure 3 kills on a site, preventing London Esports from securing the site and planting a bomb. (7-6) still in favour of London Esports, but Endpoint are doing everything to make this as difficult as possible. Got the first map, so they definitely want to take the second, secure the win today, get this over and done with straight away. After such a huge win in the first map as well. Shots will land onto Leafy, but not enough to secure the kill. Rotate is called, but the bomb is now going to look to go backwards. Again, if you are just joining us, we are in a LAN hall with 3,000 other people here, and the main stage is hosting an event at the moment, so it's quite loud. I will try to speak as loud as I possibly can so you can hear me clearly. I'm just making this way all the way back to T-spawn. We'll look to go on to B. Jenko is waiting. Actually, it looks as though tunnels are getting cleared here, so you can actually see go through to mid. JS will pick up Robin and Russ, in fact. Jenko is able to pick up JS, but Emai is there to trade. Cryptix will pick up Emai. Soulcase will get a kill onto Cryptix. It's now a 1v3. Pulse having to do a fair bit of legwork there. That flashbang will put a stop to Pulse, and London Esports take round 14, last round of this half. 8-6 in favour of London Esports. Sorry for that, just taking a quick break to sort some out in chat. Jenko is standing by to support Pulse where he can. Bomb is still looking to come towards B from mid. Boost is in play. Jenko will take some damage from a spray from tunnel. Looks like it's going to be coming all the way on to B. Jenko gets to his header next to Emai, but isn't able to connect onto JS. If we get the bomb planted, it's 2v3. JS will pick up the first. Can he get the second? Russ picks up Leaf on sight. JS is just too quick for him, and JS takes the round essentially there, winning the first half for Team London Esports 9-6 as we switch sides. Second half, you've got to look at Endpoint. 10 rounds, and then Esports they need 7. Oh, Pulse. A nice clean headshot there onto ZNX, who is still blinded by Robin. JS taking Chenko down as well as Pulse back to back. Russ will pick up another. Russ going huge as well. Soulcast is left last alive against Russ and Cryptix, and Russ just goes massive with a huge 4K there, winning the opening round for Endpoint. (7-9) now, running to round 17 in favour of London Esports still. Help but feel like Endpoint are trying to push themselves a little bit too much here. They have bought up the second round. Russ makes short work of Leaf. Rotate is coming in now onto A from short. Does leave B open as Soulcast starts to move his way down towards CT, then remembers to go back. Robin with a nutty spray there, actually jumping in mid-end, taking JS out. Russ and Jenko picking up their fair share as well. Cryptix is on the hunt for Soulcast. Plant will come in from Pulse. And Soulcast goes short. Oh, that headshot onto Jenko is naughty. Soulcast there. Position is given away though, so Cryptix will now to change his attack route to potentially come in and take him on. Soulcast takes a lot of damage there. Cryptix silently creeping up behind Soulcast. He knows he's going to need to pull back, and he will be able to secure the kill in the end. (8-9) and still in favour of London Esports, but Endpoint slowly clawing these rounds back. Robin taking the brunt of that grenade there as they stack up ready to move into B site. Soulcast is waiting. There's a backup in the form of ZNX. Those flashbangs will prove ineffective as ZNX and Soulcast make short work of Jenko and Russ. The smoke coming in now with a spray down from Soulcast to go back through into tunnel. Does lay a little bit of damage, not enough to secure a kill, but will force the rotate. As we can see, Cryptix has managed to take mid, but it's perilously close to JS. Smoke will come out. JS is still around the corner. Cryptix takes out Soulcast. Pulse is now looking for kills more than anything as he peeks out wide into the smoke. We'll pull back though to tunnels to get back with his team. And will come in from Pulse. That flashbang into sight, not effective on Pulse, but gives the tease a good idea as to which direction this retake's going to come in from. Same again, no effect on the Pulse. He might will still get the pick, and JS also. JS actually going big there and clearing out the entirety of the site. Imai coming in for the assist. And will be diffused. No defusal kits between any of the CTs. So taking the full 10 seconds for that to happen. Endpoint need to do something here. Losing round after round. And esports getting ever closer to taking this map off them and pushing them to the third map. Will go down, but it's short is where the manoeuvre is coming in from, as we can see from JS. Cryptix is able to take JS down in the end, but Jenko does fall. ZNX is there taking pulse, but Robin is also there to retort. Robin trying to get back, is able to do so with that M4, which could prove effective if placed properly. Oh, Flames take down Soulcast in from Robin. Leaf will take the head off Cryptix. It's 2v1 now as a smoke grenade goes out across onto short, and Imai is able to peek around the box. Finishing off that round, 11-8 for London Esports as we head to round 20. So, to explain in chat, which you'll hear in 2 minutes when the stream catches up, the background noise is a LAN that we're at the moment, called Insomnia. There's about 3,000 other people in this hall, and there's a main event going on the main stage. So you will hear quite a lot of background noise, but I'll try and speak as loud as I possibly can so you can hear me clearly. Looking to make manoeuvres up onto short. We'll get it uncontested. As the players start to get into position to move up short to get that bomb, JS will throw a grenade deep. Doesn't quite connect with a lot, but makes a little bit of damage to Jenko. Nothing to write home about, but at the same time, everything does help. Cryptix will have to throw his smoke grenade short to stop the Flames from causing the advance. Russ will peek wide and get Imai down straight away. Retake is now going to be coming in with ZNX and Soulcast pushing up from CT. JS is in a position which is untenable there, and Jenko makes him pay for it. Cryptix and Jenko actually looking to try and push off the advance of the CTs from short, and they are successful in doing so. Even ZNX and Leaf, as well as Soulcast, no option but to retreat back to try and retain weapons into the next round. (11-9) now, still again in favour of London Esports, but Endpoint are clawing rounds back here and there as we head into round 21. Again, London Esports looking to try and get this map in the bag so that they can push on to the third map and still be in with a shot. Endpoint looking to secure this map so that they can call it a day. Some flashes now on a long. A couple of pistols in the mix for London Esports. The long game is going to be worked up in a moment here by Endpoint. across. Some damage leveled onto Jenko there. Grenades will go out onto site just to make sure it's secure. And the bomb plant will come in the form of Cryptics. Chunk may have been here there by Cryptics. Video JS just underneath him. Re-smoke now on to short. Keep that area locked down if they can. We're going to start to see ZNX, Leaf and Soulcast, all with guns, start to move back away from the fight. There's one man staying behind though, and that is Emai. Nobody died in that game, or that round even, but Endpoint do manage to secure their 10th win in this map. 11-10 now, still in favour of London Esports, and as I mentioned, Endpoint seem to be calling back around here, around there. In fact, they're on a 2-round winning streak, so they'll look to try and continue this on if they can. The AWP will be out front, and Emai does get taken down straight away. Jenko is all the way out, in fact, taking a little bit of the Molotov damage on the way through. Flashbang is going to go long, forcing JS and ZNX to pull back a little bit there. Leaf is on short, however, so we'll to try and support where he can. Smokes will go out from long towards A, covering that cross. Soulcast will smoke off tunnel for himself as well. The wide peak coming out by London Esports falls into Cryptic's crosshairs as he takes down LS and Leaf, so JS and Leaf even. Soulcast and ZNX now need to team up together, get some frags and Russ. Make sure work of ZNX with Pulse fall in just behind. 11-11 now as we go into round 23. Endpoint on a 3-round winning streak. Go round here for our London Esports. We have a scout in the hands of Soulcast. Takes a lot of damage on short there, but he is with backup. Oh, ZNX takes the head off Pulse from the neck. Cryptics is there to take the trade. Leaf does go down in the end. Bomb is set on B. You see a potential retake coming in here actually from the CTs as JS, Soulcast and Emai try to decide what they want to do. Jenko just missing the head there of JS, but didn't miss it that time. That Molotov going out and Emai also losing his head at that point. Jenko is, as usual, out for blood, looking for kills. We'll look to try and push out as far as he can. Soulcast is at T-spawn. He manages to pick up a kill on Robin. Jenko putting his feet to the ground, trying to get there as quick as he can. He may be able to catch Soulcast out, and he is able to, securing his 3rd of the round. 12-11 as we go into round 24. It's definitely heating up between these two teams now. Still everyone is to play for. Buy round coming in from both teams. London Esports have a smattering of utility to use. That Molotov will go deep and Jenko will burn to 63 in the flames. Short has already been taken by his teammates, however, so he looks to rejoin them. So aware that ZNX will still be out there on mid somewhere. rotate starts to come in. JS is picked up in the end by Russ. Cryptic and Post doing a fair set of damage there onto ZNX. So Cass peeks out just at the right time, bringing Cryptics and Post to his knees. Robin up close and personal with Soulcast there, who managed to secure the kill, and Emai will pick up Russ. 12-12 now as we go into round 25. Still a buy round for both. Endpoint still looking to secure it as much as they possibly can. They are going to push long, but they're going to be met with some stiff opposition as Leaf and LNZ are still stacked in position. LNZ actually now rotating back towards CT. Chenko is edging his way towards tunnels, trying to put the feelers out and see what's in front of them. As he was smoked across, so he can make it over to his teammate, who is currently holding B solo, which is Soul Cass. Ooh, Pulse. Pulse has a clean headshot onto Leaf, has a lot of damage done to him. Emai picks up Russ. Emai will pick up Cryptics. Emai will also pick up Pulse, and he isn't able to pick up Robin. JS secures the kill onto Robin. Even Jenko now in a 1v4. There's a lot of utility still going spare that you can use, but most things will look to try and survive this round out if he's able to. Jenko squeezing off a few shots there in JS's direction. JS then calling the rest of his teammates up. Jenko's been hungry for blood this entire game. Gets one, gets two, but isn't able to get the connection onto ZNX, unfortunately. 13-12 now in favour of London Esports as we step into round 26. There's a pause in play, so go ahead and check the leaderboards once again. JS and Jenko leading the way for their teams. Some more stats as well. The stats more or less speak for themselves in all fairness. There's a lot of damage being dealt to each other in this game. 4 rounds left and all teams vying to get to the win. This is off, so we're back live and see the bomb start to make its way towards B. Cryptics having a B spawn there, so we'll pass off the bomb onto Jenko. Robin is there to back up as well. Picks up bomb at the same time. Molotov and flashbang go through mid. There's a lot of spraying going on there. Nothing really connecting as of yet. So next looking to check down into mid to see if Chess needs any support. Short execute coming out now. Jenko taking quite a lot of flame damage on the way through. The bomb does make its way on to A. Plant will come in from Cryptics. Molotov will cut to cover short. Russ will pick up the first from Leaf. A second there from Heavy. Wasn't able to secure a third as NNX. Just push him out of position. Cryptic going huge with Soulcast as NNX getting taken down. JS following there. Round 27, 13-13. Okay, recovered by Russ. Isn't there in time, unfortunately, to get anything onto mid. Janko searching for the head of JS, but not able to connect those shots. Time really for the short push to come in as A is more or less left undefended. You can see JS looking to push up more onto short, or onto mid even. Try and catch some players off guard if he can. Robin is still making his way forward into A from short. Searching through that smoke to see if he can get any players off guard. Jenko going huge there. Taking a lot of damage himself, but still securing the opening 2 frags that the team need. Robin picking up a third. So the next and Soulcast left now to pick up the pieces. ZNX will take down Robin. Short has been recovered here by ZNX. Soulcast now going underneath and actually more or less alongside. To try and get the jumping shots with the USP. Russ will come up and finish that idea off. Once again, if you're late to come into the stream, we are in a LAN hall. There are 3,000 other people here and the main stage has an event at the moment, so it is quite loud. Is committed now with Endpoint and an esports. Endpoint now leading, in fact, 14-13 to round 28. Still waiting for the balls to come off so we can start up this round. So swap and round go in at the London Esports end of the camp. Pause is off, so the game is now live. 10 seconds till we start. And Endpoint are going to want to make a huge impact in this round as quick as they can. Shot there from Russ, not connecting with anyone, but they are looking to head towards B. Toss will go out to cover mid. They look to rotate into short. JS is waiting though just around that corner. Sees the Molotov coming up from Robin. That flashbang is perfectly timed. JS just comes out wide. Swinging into Jenko and Robin. Leaf also picks up Russ. We're now down to a 2v5. He does manage to pick up post, but Cryptics is able to retort. So 1v4. Cryptix does have the bomb behind him, however, so he can look to pick it back up. He'll most likely look to save at this point, though. If not, push onto side, which he's edging around onto short. And he just picks up Cryptix there right at the very end. 14-14 now going into round 29. The last 2 rounds of this map. Very, very, very huge round. Long is the play at the moment, and we can see they've managed to take it more or less uncontested as JS and I look to push short. He's gone back under into CT itself, so you can cover the cross. Robin won't be too happy with that smoke grenade not going through. Minute mark. Bomb is going to rotate to B. Solcas and ZNX are waiting. Robin does P2 turns into B. Chenko gets the opening frag in onto JS. He's still there with that bomb as the rest of his teammates look to push out into mid. Russ is there and he's going to get picked up in the end. The rest of his teammates are still pushing through into mid. Leafy is there and he does get taken out by Janko. Now looking to flood into B side. So the next picks up the first. So Cass picks up Robin immediately after. Cryptix does finish off ZNX. Or 1v2 and Cryptix just isn't quick enough, unfortunately. 15-14 as we head into the final round in this map. Final round of this map, and London Esports will look to push as much as they can down long. Obviously playing aggressive because they want to get this win, keep this map and the game running alive. The rest of Endpoint, however, are starting to push now and flood into B. Pulse gets the opening kill with Russ falling up close behind. The bomb will be planted onto B side as the rotate comes in from London Esports. Jess will come around the corner and Jenko will take his head off. A grenade didn't quite go as planned for Russ. He's taking a lot of damage, then Pulse finishes him off in the end with Russ picking up EMI. And 15-15. So now going to OT1. And bomb is heading towards B at the moment, but will go down into lower tunnels. Russ there with a flick onto Solcas will take him out immediately. That flashbang coming in, JS quick to react with it. Robin going down, but Janko is able to trade with JS for Leaf to pick up Janko after. 3 now. Oh, they still... Actually, now will start to make its way direct to B-site. ZNX is standing by to pick up the players, but Cryptic's just too quick for him. Even now, Amy in a 1v3. T1 now going to Endpoint, but maybe looking to keep the AWP anyway, so that will come in handy into the next round. 16-15 now to Endpoint. Let's go into round 2 of OT1. Rust there with a quick pick on to Emi. Post looking to finish off. ZNX and will do. Leaf is there to pick up Russ in the end, and JS to pick up Pulse. Soulcast reaches into B side. Cryptix is able to take him down the end. Leaf will pick up Robin. Now in a 1v1 against JS, unfortunately will not be able to secure the round out. Russ not able to pick up that kill early on. Just take a fair bit of damage there on his way back through. Short is the option now, and Endpoint look to be trying to make their way a bit as quick as they can. .16 in to OT1 third round, so see some smokes and flashbangs going out onto site, Molotovs as well. As Team Endpoint look to push as quick as they can on. JS will peek out after the flashbang, does get Jenko, but Robin's there to be able to get the trade. Will get the plant. Russ is watching the flank. We'll pick up ZNX to begin with. Does actually have a crack there at Leaf, but isn't able to pick him up. Robin will pick up Emi. Russ and pick up Soulcast, and Cryptic's picking up Leaf. Point there, winning that round. Onto the switch. .16 now in favour of Endpoint as you go into round 4 of OT1. Cryptic's playing quite aggressive there at long A. There's back blue here, the burn onto JS. Cryptic's unable to connect any shots there, but Pulse will pick up JS. Leaf will pick up Russ. going for the cross, ready for London Esports to make their way across the site to where Leaf is waiting for them. Janko and Pulse now looking to come up short to try and attempt a retake. So next with a good volley there that pushes Robin out of position. He's jumped up. Janko gets one pulse, trades ZNX and Soulcase. Soulcase are able to pick up Robin and Pulse, bringing us back to level peg in 17-17 into round 5 OT1. Smokes and flashes there going into long A. So everyone apart from Leaf starts to push that direction. Pit will be taking Janko and Pulse staying on B at this moment. Pretty much fun to do there in all fairness, but Cryptix does have short with Russell alongside him. Russell going back to mid to keep him out. So we're going up here from Soulcast to cover the cross. Also from JS, the flashbang will go out as well to allow them to get a bit more of advantage going across. Robert will pick up JS through smoke. ZNX will pick up Russ and Cryptix one after another. Close grabs Leaf. CT's and sees despawn that grenade, almost taking Robin out of the fight. So Cass is there to finish the deal off. Pulse will pick up Robin. Sorry, Pulse will pick up ZNX and also Soulcast. So now we're a 1v1. A little bit of damage being dealt with. Oh, that miss is going to cause some issues. But the esports are able to skew the round out. Take us to round 6. OT1, 18-17 in favour of London Esports. Matches and pause at the moment, so just give me a few moments before they start back up again. We need to dig deep here to push us into OT2. So just waiting for the teams to finish up their pause. We'll bring the scoreboard while we wait. Pause off now, so back live. Again, apologies about the loud noise in the background. As we said earlier on, we are in a land hall. There are quite a lot of people around that are enjoying themselves, but also there is an event on the main stage. Auto snipers from Leaf and Soulcast had insult to injury there. Not able to secure any kills, but will do a little bit of damage to Cryptix as he crosses. still heading towards long A. Russ is there. He will get the first shot onto Leaf actually through smoke, but does get a lot of damage dealt to himself in the process. We're now looking to push short. There isn't anyone there for him to go up against, as we can see from radar. The entirety of London Esports are at long A. The player really holding back and now heading towards mid is Solcas. Top will go out. Russ with a well-connected headshot there onto ZMX. He's taken a lot of damage already, but JS is able to pick up Robin through smoke. Janko still holding short, so will be able to come up and try and help his teammates. Unfortunately not able to connect all that much there. Cryptix does take out JS, and London Esports managed to push us into map 3.